Hello, this is T Chapman 500, and in this video, we will be defining many of the terms used by Christians that would otherwise go undefined, or be defined poorly, vaguely, or otherwise incorrectly. This video will give only the definitions and at least one or more supporting verses where applicable, but no commentary or explanation. That is for future videos. Also, because YouTube likes to censor people they don't like, I'll also be posting this video on JoshWho TV. Link is in the description. Note that I have not yet been a target for YouTube censorship. All words defined will be listed in alphabetical order. Here's the criteria by which any given word will be defined. 1. If the biblical text gives a definition, that will be used first with the supporting passages listed after all definitions. To keep things brief, only the minimum number of passages required to support all definitions will be listed. A look into the Hebrew or Greek text may be done if no English translation gives a helpful definition. 2. If no definition is given by the text itself, then the literal translation will be used as the definition. In the case where a word has both a Greek and Hebrew equivalent, the Hebrew definition will be used. In cases where a word also has a function associated with it, that function will be used as the second definition. The Hebrew or Greek may also be used to complement the words defined using the first criteria. 3. If none of the above criteria can produce a definition, then a definition will be derived from the context of the common usage of the word, based on other words that have been defined using the previously mentioned criteria. Words that are commonly used interchangeably may be defined here in a manner that makes them similar, but not interchangeable. Now that we have the criteria for these definitions laid out, let's begin. Angel. Angel simply means messenger. Covet. Covet means to desire, often to desire what is forbidden, and usually with an emphasis on the desire being strong to the point of being willing to do something to fulfill that desire. Faith. Faith is evidence-based belief in something or someone, which results in action. It is also confidence in what is hoped for and conviction about what is not seen. Romans 1:5, Romans 3:22, Romans 16:26, Hebrews 11:1. False teaching. A false teaching is any teaching that is held as if from Scripture, but is not in Scripture, or a teaching which contradicts Scripture. God's law. God's law, also known as Torah, which is Hebrew for instruction, or the law of Moses, is the first 5 books of the Bible, which is the law that God gave through Moses and defines right and wrong. Hell. Hell, Sheol in Hebrew and Hades in Greek, means the grave. In the New Testament, Gehenna is also translated as hell, but is a place in Jerusalem where trash was burned up, and represents the fate of the wicked. Heresy. A heresy is a teaching that contradicts Scripture, especially if it contradicts God's law, the prophets, or the teachings of Jesus. Holy. Holy means to be set apart by God. Idolatry. Idolatry means to serve other gods, that is, to rebel against God's law instead of obeying God's law. See Deuteronomy 13 and 18. Legalism. Legalism is a smear against those who follow God's law by those who seek to excuse their idolatry. Lust. Lust is the same as covet, but usually only applied to coveting human beings. Messiah. Messiah, or Christ, means anointed one, and is a title reserved for Yeshua, that is, Jesus of Nazareth. Modesty. Modesty, as defined by 1 Timothy 2:9-10, Greek word kosmios, literally means orderly, is to be humble to the point of shame, and to be self-controlled. It is the polar opposite of pride. Righteousness. Righteousness is obedience to God's law. Romans 2:13. Scripture. Scripture is the same as document or writing, usually referring to the Bible or its contents. Within the New Testament, the word refers almost exclusively to God's law and or the prophets, and sometimes other Old Testament writings. Sin. Sin is the transgression of God's law. Leviticus 4-5, Romans 3:20, Romans 7:7, 1 John 3:4. Soul. Soul Nefesh in Hebrew and psyche in Greek means breathing creature and refers to a biological creature that has the breath of life in it. It also means life, Genesis 3:7, Genesis 9:4. Spirit. Spirit, ruach in Hebrew and pneuma in Greek, means wind and can refer to the physical movement of air or anything that cannot be seen, but the effects of which can be seen. I intend to make more videos in the future on each of the items defined in this video. This video is also the foundation for future videos, as I will be using the definitions given in this video. While you wait for me to produce more videos, I encourage you to study through scripture for yourself and draw your own conclusions. I also recommend 119 Ministries, which already has multiple series of videos on many of the topics that I covered here. Don't forget that constructive feedback is always welcome, as are suggestions and video requests. If you found this video informative, please leave a like on it, and don't forget to subscribe for when I post more videos on subjects like these. Hitting the bell icon will help you know when I upload new videos. If you want to support this channel, you can do so through the links provided in the description. Finally, this video will be posted on Bitchute and JoshWho TV. The links to the videos on those platforms will be in the description. This is T Chapman 500 signing off.